Next up, let's talk about alternating current and why on earth do we actually generate our our electricity at Eskom using alternating current generators. So why on earth do we use AC? Well, the reason that we use AC is because AC current can be transformed quite easily using transformers. So what on earth is a transformer? Well, a transformer is something that either steps up or steps down the voltage of a particular electrical source, right? So an example of a transformer that you can actually probably look at right now is that little charging brick that you get with your cell phone or your laptop or whatever it is, right? So if you go look on it, you'll see that there's an input rating, and it will usually be something like 120 to 220 volts, right? So that's the voltage in, and then there's an output rating, usually something like 5 volts. So that little brick is actually taking the 220 volts that you're going to get from your plug in South Africa, you know, the wall socket, and it's going to turn it into the 5 volts that your cell phone needs in order to charge without, you know, getting too hot and blowing up, right? So that's what a transformer does, and we can use transformers in order to, as we said, change the voltage as it pleases us, right? So at the power station, we generally generate electricity at a fairly low voltage, and then we use a step-up transformer that increases the voltage in order to go and transmit that electricity over very long distances. And then when we get closer to where the electricity needs to be used, we're going to step it down again to a lower voltage, and then you might at your house get the 220 volts. So the question then is, why on earth do we do this? Well, the reason that we do this is that electricity transmission, so when we actually take wires and we send the electricity from here to there, from where it's being generated to where it needs to be used, right? Electricity transmission uses up some of the energy, right? So when we transmit electricity from A to B, some of the energy goes missing because some of the energy is used to literally just move the electricity through the wire. Now, when we use a higher voltage, the electricity transmission becomes more efficient, right? So more efficient means less of the energy is lost simply to moving from A to B, and more of the energy actually gets to where it needs to be used, right? So if you think about the many kilometers of power lines all over the country, and how far we actually need to transmit this electricity, it makes a lot of sense in order to step up to very high voltages so that we can actually get out as much of that energy that we generated as possible at the end of the day.